Oh my nerf. Oh my nerf. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to Midnight Arcade. I'm your host, Lexx Black, and we are going to jump right into it, man. We're going to talk about the possibility of Naruto actually becoming more dangerous post-Kurama. Here we go. So, like everyone else on YouTube who has a channel, I'm going to do the same thing. I welcome you to the show. I would like to ask that if you like what you see and hear at the beginning or the end of the video, like, comment, subscribe, especially comment. Especially comment because I'm trying to build community. I'm trying to have a conversation with everybody. That's the way how I build this channel, and I'm really excited to engage with you guys. So, let's jump right into it. Let's talk about it. So, this is a spoiler alert, okay? For those who haven't caught up, you should probably catch up. Or if you don't want to hear this, then, cut this one. Spoiler alert. This is my only warning. Spoiler alert. Okay, so the most recent episode of Boruto has the original Team 7 sitting in a medical facility. And they're discussing Naruto not possessing any detectable superhuman chakra anymore. And damn, it's depressing. It's downright painful for an OG fan of Naruto, like, to hear that. That is just, But anyway, nevertheless, we're going to talk about what's in store for the great Uzumaki Naruto, and now that he's lost Kurama. So we're going to get into it. This is one of many what-if episodes that I'm going to be putting forward for any and all shows and anything that we're going to discuss. The what-ifs are, basically are really speculative. It's reaching for theories that are plausible and out there, just speculating over what could possibly happen to some of the characters and some of these really cool stories. So here we go. First and foremost, guys, let's keep it all the way 100. Naruto still has massive chakra levels, okay? In fact, when he was 16, training during the Hidan and Kakuzu revenge arc, Kakashi stated that Naruto at his base form had about 4 times the chakra level that he did. Let's say that again. At 16 years old, Naruto's base form, that's without the Kyuubi or Kurama, let me put some respect on his name, had 4 times the chakra reserves as Kakashi. That's crazy. Now, this is coming from the legend himself, Kakashi, all right? The genius before the Sharingan and after the Sharingan, Kakashi. The 6th Hokage Kakashi said this, all right? Come on, guys. Y'all know the vibes. Think about this now. Naruto's chakra control now, as an adult in the Boruto series, is way better. It's incredible now. I think it's fairly obvious to say here that Naruto's base level of chakra has grown substantially since he was 16. This man has been training his entire life. Even when in the beginning of the Boruto series, Sasuke was saying that Naruto was rusty, but this man, his whole life, his body, his mind, his soul, his nindo, his way, his ninja way, has been dedicated to training and getting stronger. So that chakra reserves, if we're gonna go and use the same parameters, his base chakra level is probably, I don't know, at the very least 10 times that of Kakashi's. Maybe it's a reach, but maybe not. That's without Kurama. Now, number 2 here, right? 6-pass Sage mode. Think about this. Naruto did not need Kurama for this mode at all. And there's obviously no reason why he wouldn't have this mode, right? After all, this mode was gifted to him by Hagoromo himself, the OG Sage of 6-pass. And for further proof, according to Technadu.com, I don't know how to pronounce it, Technadu.com, right? They say that Naruto still has the 6-pass Sage mode after losing Kurama, but he can no longer generate the truth-seeking orbs, as he did in Naruto Shippuden. After all, the 6-pass Sage power is a divine gift by Hagoromo Otsutsuki to those who have iron faith and never give up. Yeah, there's been a bunch of chatter on the inters of the nets talking about, well, I don't know if Naruto has 6-pass Sage mode. No, that was literally gifted to him by the Sage of 6-pass. Like, he still has that chakra in him. He still has that mode. And we also got to think about it like this. This is also the same mode, right? That he blitzed 6th-pass Madara in, literally bisecting him with the lava release Rasen Shuriken and chopping down the chakra tree in one fell swoop. He didn't have the cloak on at this time. All right, he did not have the cloak on. Just 6-pass Sage mode, blitzing a 6-pass Sage Madara who was beasting everybody. Think about that. So he still has that. All right, so think about it like this. What if he trained up and reached to a higher and more refined form of that 6-pass Sage mode? You know, in the absence of Kurama, of course. Imagine that. Imagine him working to a higher and elevated form of that. That's nothing to gawk at here, guys. There's nothing to gawk at. I know we're dealing with alien assholes in the Otsutsuki clan, and those guys are monsters, but come on, man. If he elevates the 6-pass Sage mode, it's a problem. It's a problem. Now take your understanding of these, okay, of these things, these first few things, and combine it with him learning the Flying Thunder God technique. How cathartic and how full circle would it be for him to learn his father's signature jutsu? You know what I mean? That would be so sick if he decided to learn it, and it would definitely help him. It'd be an incredibly supplemental jutsu in addition to everything else he would have in his arsenal, right? And then speaking of jutsu, he would have to be more reliant on new jutsu, or basically the jutsu that he's never had to rely on before because he had Kurama, right? So he already has an expansive jutsu set. And like I said, he never really relied on it because he had Kurama, and Kurama's beast mode, right? But think about it. If he starts using it in conjunction with an elevated 6-pass Sage mode and Flying Thunder God technique, right? And you take that, okay, and then you pour it into the most important aspect of this whole thing, I believe. Dare I say, his most dangerous ability post Kurama, with Kurama, but especially post Kurama, will actually be his insane battle IQ. Let's think about this now, all right? And he's a tactical genius. There's no denying it, all right? Most, if not all of his biggest wins came from him using his brain, all right? Obviously in combination with his iron, indomitable will, his guts, and his skill, of course, but his brain, man, he's got an incredibly intuitive battle IQ. So with his innovative approach to these battles, it always gave him that edge, that certain level of unpredictability to really throw off his opponents. Now, according to Narutopedia, while headstrong and often acting without thinking, Naruto's years as a prankster had given him a cunning imagination that was useful in split-second decision-making, right? Which is repeatedly proved invaluable in battle. He is a remarkable tactile learner. Tactile, sorry, I mispronounced that. Anyway, and he's better able to learn through executing a task rather than understanding the theory of it. And I'll bring up one example. When he defeated Pain, after he came back from almost turning into the Nine Tails, right? And how he set up that whole victory with all the extra clones disguised as debris. And he defeated Pain with a simple, powerful Rasengan. The brain. He wasn't even in Sage mode. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I don't think he was in Sage mode when he finally hit that finishing blow on Pain. It was all the noggin, man. So think about it. With Kurama no longer in play here as Naruto's most powerful weapon and reliable source of chakra, right? The weapon between the skull may actually make him more dangerous than ever before. Boruto plot armor be damned, man. Think about that. Think about that, you guys. I don't know about y'all, but hey, my heart's heavy for Kurama's loss. But I'm looking forward to seeing how Naruto utilizes his arsenal. He does have an expansive jutsu list, and now he can rely on it. And couple that with him learning Flying Raijin technique. Oh my God, man, come on. He'll still be nothing to play with. He'll still be nothing to play with. He's an absolute beast still. Let's not forget, okay? But in conclusion, there's a few things that I understand. I'm an OG Naruto fan, obviously, right? But I understand that Boruto is supposed to be pushed forward as the star, even though it's like, I think it was too soon. That's just my personal opinion, right? And I know that the next generation is supposed to surpass the previous one, right? But I think it'd be really cool. Like in my opinion, I don't think that they had to depower Naruto and Sasuke. And I'm gonna get to a what if on Sasuke on my next episode. But I don't really think they had to depower both of these guys. They could have written the story where they didn't depower Naruto and Sasuke, but still allowed Boruto and his team and the next generation to get their shine too, right? Like they could have come up with some sort of random mission, like Naruto and Sasuke have to go into space, I don't know, and find like an Otsutsuki hideout somewhere, and they had to be away for a couple of months, and Boruto and his crew had to hold down Konoha. And the writers could write it in that, you know, things get really heavy with Boruto and the crew, and Naruto and Sasuke make a heroic return, and it just be so dramatic. It's so dope, you know what I mean? And you know, nerfs be damned, you know what I mean? It'll still give the kids the space to really shine and show what they can do, and you know, but you know, it's the Boruto plot armor, guys. It's hard to accept, but you know, and I'm also of the belief that all it takes is just one thought to say, hey, let's bring Kurama back. There's no reason in the world why they can't. They'll come up with some BS excuse, some backwards way of how they'd bring him back. It's not impossible. I'm holding out hope, guys. I'm holding out hope. But obviously, like I said before, I'm vehemently opposed to Kurama passing. If the writers so will it, they could bring him back. But right now, it's whatever. This is the What If episode. Imagine, again, in an elevated 6-pass stage mode Naruto, with Flying Thunder God, more usage of his other jutsu. He's gonna be a problem. I know we gotta deal with code. Threat isn't over. Just think about it, y'all. But anyway, like I said, if you like what you saw here today, like, comment, and subscribe. This is my first official episode of my show, Midnight Arcade. I hope to hear from you guys. Let's talk, let's converse, let's come up with some crazy ideas, crazy theories. Let's have fun, let's laugh. This show is meant for us to escape into the world of anime and movies and so on and so forth, and awesome sci-fi and cyberpunk and books and all that stuff. So anyway, like I said, like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you enjoy the show, and be ready for episode 2 coming soon. I am out.